There were a lot of retail numbers out today. Target, Bed Bath & Beyond earnings. I mean, it's all coming out good. I think Costco was a little less good.
Yes.
Should I feel optimistic here? I mean,
well, you know, I never like to encourage any
you
optimism.
don't like to encourage optimism.
I don't. But
and you're not a big shopper. You've made this clear.
Not a shopper
You don't
at all.
like shopping.
No, not crazy about shopping. Interested in why people shop. Yes, that's what I am. But I do have to concede that it was a pretty good report across the board because it had both high-end and kind of sort of low-end retailers. However, customers seem to be a little bit immune to gas prices, except at the very, very low end of the shopping scale. And also, drugstores aren't doing very well. Drugstores were not great performers.
Do we know the reason for that?
I do not know the reason for that.
I mean, it's just like I saw like Target and a bunch of these other retailers. They didn't just beat the numbers; they beat them quite handily. Was it because of the weather? Because the weather was good.
Well,
I mean, they're always complaining if the numbers are bad. They say, "Oh, it was the weather." Numbers are good. Maybe it was the weather. I mean,
well, actually, we have done a story quite recently that says that, all told, in the macroeconomic picture, this winter, which was the fourth warmest, I think, in the U.S. on record, its effect on the economy, all told, long term, will be kind of a wash. I mean,
that's it.
Yeah, I'm
it's a
afraid
wash.
So.
Not a positive.
It's a positive now, but long term, no, because it works out in the end. No.
Right.
So, in short, it's not going to, just because you might pay less for your heating bill this winter. Well, you might end up paying more for your gas bill in the summer driving season, and it's not going to affect jobs by, say, six figures, by hundreds of thousands of jobs. No, I mean, utilities, whether or not utilities are pumping out a lot of heat, which they didn't have to do this winter, they're not going to lay off people. So
now, you said
kind of a wash.
That the retail results so far have been good at both the high end, the medium end, and the low end.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Saks, Nordstrom.
Which is interesting because what you typically have heard, at least up until recently, is, you know, as long as the stock market's going up, you get all those rich people out there. They're happy to go to Tiffany's and Saks and whatever and spend money. And then you had all those those discounters, like the real low end discounters, the dollar store kind of guys. Yeah. And they were doing well because, you know, there's no such thing as a middle class anymore in America. But when a Target is doing well, that seems to suggest that, hey, guess what? It seems that all levels of consumers seem to be doing okay.
Absolutely, but I think that is a function of the jobs numbers. That is a function of more people having more money in their pockets, or they are perhaps tipping into savings to get some money.
Well,
to
that
go
was,
and
you
spend
know,
at
we
Target.
know the savings rate has come down, even though income has been rising here.
Yeah.
So if we had to put Brenda Cronin's typically kind of bearish take
but
on
realistic.
Bearish but realistic. I mean, when are you going to be on the show and you're going to go, you know what, Evan? I confess I was wrong.
Well, that's never going to happen, I can assure you. I'm never doing that.
You're never going to do that.
No, I'm never going to say I was wrong.
When are you going to be able to say, you know what, maybe things aren't so terrible?
Oh,
maybe
I'm saying that right now.
Oh, now you're saying that?
Sure. We've had 3 months of solid 200-plus job gains since January, February, March. Well, I'm hoping that we're going to see that tomorrow. So I would unquestionably say that things are better. I'm not going to call a bottom to anything. I'm not going to say call a bottom to the housing market.
You're not going to say, geez, Evan, you know, maybe I've been wrong.
Well, no, emphatically never going to say I was wrong. No.